This is the Talking Fish podcast, the invisible world of lead generation, told by those who actually do it. A virtually unknown world, told one story at a time, with insights into strategies and tactics that work today. Data, facts, and content from sources drawn from first-hand experience. This is the Talking Fish, and I'll tell you about the hidden world behind lead generation that no one talks about.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talking Fish. I'm your host, Quinn Blake. Today, we're diving into a topic I'm sure many of you are curious about, generating magnetic leads without relying on paid ads. It sounds like the holy grail of marketing strategies, doesn't it? And to help me unpack this, I'm thrilled to have Leora Dale with us. Leora, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Quinn. I'm excited to be here and talk about this because I think there's a lot of potential for businesses to really pivot their strategy towards more organic approaches. Plus, I love the name Talking Fish. It's just fun.
Glad you like it. So, straight off the bat, Leora, when we talk about generating leads without ads, it can seem a bit daunting, as if we're giving up a critical piece of the business puzzle. But I think it's also really empowering. What's your take on where businesses should start if they want to go ad-free?
Absolutely, Quinn. I agree that it can feel like walking a tightrope without a safety net, but that's where the excitement lies. Businesses should start by deeply understanding their audience. Knowing their pain points, desires, and behavior helps in crafting messages that resonate. It's about building trust through valuable content, something I think many people underestimate. I always advise starting with what you're already good at. If you're good at writing, focus on newsletters or a blog. If you're more visually inclined, maybe video content is your entry point.
That's a solid point. It's like playing to your strengths, initially at least, and then branching out. I always tell my clients that the goal is to make people come to you because they want to, not because you've paid to grab their attention. In my experience with email marketing, personalized and well-timed emails work wonders over time. It creates this ongoing relationship with the audience.
Exactly, Quinn. I think many people underestimate the power of a good email. Last year, I worked with a client who was able to triple their conversion rates simply by humanizing their email content. Simple tweaks, like addressing subscribers by their first name and referencing their previous interactions or purchases, made the emails feel personal and engaging, rather than just another sales pitch. With email, it's all about creating dialogue rather than monologue.
Yes, taking that conversational angle really transforms how people perceive your message. In fact, in one of my earlier sessions, someone asked how I managed to maintain engagement without putting any budget into ads. My answer was simple: consistency and authenticity. It's about showing up regularly and being genuine. Speaking of authenticity, have you found that creating content that showcases a brand's personality aids significantly in drawing leads organically?
Oh, absolutely. People connect with people, not with faceless brands. I often compare it to making a new friend. Nobody wants to befriend someone who only talks about themselves or tries too hard to impress. I advise clients to share behind-the-scenes looks, tell their story, or even discuss mishaps and lessons learned. It's in those vulnerable moments that customers begin to see a brand as relatable and trustworthy.
That's right. The power of storytelling cannot be overstated. I'd say it's one of the most underutilized tools in lead generation. When we tell stories, we're speaking directly to the hearts of our audience. And when the heart is involved, the decision-making process is entirely different. Let's pivot a bit. Leora, what about the role of networking in generating leads without ads?
Networking can be incredibly powerful. Building real relationships with peers in the industry is crucial, and it doesn't always have to be in person. This could mean engaging with them on social media, joining online forums, or even collaborating on projects. For example, participating in cross-promotional activities can help tap into each other's audiences. Just last month, a client collaborated with another in a different niche but overlapping audience. They did a lively Instagram Live together, and it resulted in a 30% increase in their email subscribers for both parties.
Such strategies are golden. What I find particularly engaging about these collaborations is that they're mutually beneficial, and both parties can learn so much from each other's audience in real time. It's almost like cross-training for athletes, but in the business world. I tell this to my listeners all the time. Don't underestimate the power of community, whether it's through partnerships or interaction with your customer base.
Indeed, community brings so much value. Another area that's often overlooked is using customer feedback as a lead generation tool. It's mind-boggling to see how feedback, whether good or bad, can open new avenues for engagement. I encourage businesses to actively seek feedback, listen, and pivot if necessary. Loyal customers are usually the ones who bring in more leads organically through word of mouth.
Yes, leveraging your existing customers is immensely powerful. Happy customers become organic advocates for your brand. People trust recommendations from peers more than direct advertising. Funny enough, this ties back to what we discussed in our last episode about urgency and ethical marketing. When your message is genuine and holds real value, it spreads like wildfire without having to push artificially.
Exactly. Keeping marketing both compelling and ethical should always be the goal. I'm curious, Quen, do you see a common pitfall for those transitioning away from paid advertising?
Great question, Leora. One frequent mistake is the lack of patience. Many think if they stop paid advertising and switch to organic, results will be immediate. Organic strategies take time, just like planting a garden. You have to nurture your audience and build these relationships over time. Consistency and persistence are crucial. So many abandon organic strategies because they don't see immediate returns, but those who stick it out often find the results to be much more sustainable and rewarding in the long run.
That's very true. I always say to my clients, think long-term. It's about laying a foundation that supports growth over time, not chasing quick wins. The importance of patience can't be overstated, especially in a world where instant gratification is the norm.
Absolutely. It's like nurturing a friendship, or even in business, a partnership. The stronger and more genuine the relationship, the more naturally it breeds opportunities. Leora, thank you for joining us today and sharing some truly transformative insights. I'm sure our listeners have taken a lot away from this session.
It's been a pleasure, Quen. I've thoroughly enjoyed our conversation, and I'm excited to see how your listeners implement these strategies in their own contexts.
And thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Remember, it is possible to generate leads without ads with the right mindset, strategy, and a bit of patience. Until next time, stay innovative and keep your emails engaging. Catch you all in the next episode of Talking Fish, where we delve even deeper into mastering your marketing efforts.
Thanks for diving deep with us on the Talking Fish podcast. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more underwater adventures.